Hello everyone, my name is Lee McMahon. I'm a currency strategist here at GlobalFxClub.com. It is Monday, July 29th. This is the chart of the day. Today we're actually going to be looking at several charts in today's chart of the day. But there is a theme. They're all going to be New Zealand dollar or Kiwi charts because I think there are several really good trading opportunities that are beginning to loom in the Kiwi pairs, and I want to take a look at them as a group and kind of go through exactly what I'm looking at. So, please take a moment, pause the recording, read the risk disclaimer, which should now be on your screen, and then we'll get started. Okay, so we're going to start with Kiwi futures. Alright, so just general New Zealand dollar futures. You can see here, I wish that we had either pushed a little bit higher or a little bit lower to really line up with this with some fib resistance here. But we have started to roll over a little bit here. We broke above the 38.2% fib. Couldn't quite make it up to the 50% fib, but we are rolling over right at the 100-day EMA here on futures. All right, so that is something to consider. We do also have the 200-day EMA sitting just a little bit higher here, 81.12. And 81.38 is a 50% fib. But we do have a very nice bearish candle. It's being put in here after two fairly decent-sized wicks in the last 2 days. Third wick and then a red candle. We'll see exactly where we close the day, but it is so far a fairly bearish candle here on Kiwi futures. So now let's look at Kiwi dollar. Interestingly enough, Kiwi dollar not my favorite. Maybe not interestingly enough, but Kiwi dollar is not my favorite Kiwi setup right now. The one thing I would watch for here is 79.85. That's a nice confluence of the 50-period EMA here on the 4-hour chart and an ascending trend line starting back here around the 15th of July. So that's a big support level that we'll have to keep an eye on. We did fall short of this longer term downtrend line. We do need to see a break below this 50-period EMA and this trend line before Kiwi dollar starts to look like a solid short. But some of the other Kiwi crosses have already started to look increasingly bearish, and I think they're worth looking at. So here is Kiwi CAD. All right, this is a third touch on a bearish flag. We respected it very well. Again, selling off hard today. It's a very nice sort of ascending wedge, bearish pennant flag type pattern here. All right, this is the flag pole, if you will. If we do see, well, first off, all right, we are testing 50-day EMA right now. These moving averages still fairly bearish. All right, 50 is below the 200 and the 100 and 200, basically trading exactly at the same place. We do see a daily close here below this 50-period EMA. That opens up a move down towards the bottom of this flag. Let's call it 81.50 or so. All right, so about 100 pips lower, and if we manage to breach that, it opens up a world of downside, starting with targets of about 78, which are these previous lows down here. We did have this nice solid sell-off. It looks like a nice correction. It looks like we may have an opportunity to see that correction push down lower and the downtrend to resume. All right, same thing here. Didn't quite make it up to that 50% fib. So what we could see is a move down towards the flag and then a rally back up to test that 50% fib before a breakdown. But right now we are testing that flag top and respecting it very nicely. All right, Kiwi yen is the next one to take a look at. All right, this is the daily chart of Kiwi yen. We are falling back from nice trend line confluence area here. Again, very similar looking formation, some sort of rising wedge, bearish flag type pattern. All right, third touch falling down from there, as well as respecting this longer term descending trend line starting at the 86.40 highs. We are currently testing a very important support area. That is this ascending trend line starting from June 25th. Second touch came right around July 10th. This is the third one right here. And we're also testing the 50 and 100-day EMAs. Should we continue to push lower and finish the day below the 100-day EMA and below this trend line, so basically anywhere 78.45 or lower, it does open up a move down to this 200-day EMA, which is currently at 76.15, so about a 225 pip move lower. And then if we can close below this 200-day EMA and break these previous lows at around 75, we could really start to see this move accelerate to the downside. All right, so those are the areas to look for on Kiwi Yen. We need to close out of that wedge, but if we get that, I do like further downside. Let's go to Pound Kiwi. All right, so Pound Kiwi. First of all, very strong rally here, starting back after we touched the 177 lows back in April. Very nice rally up to basically 2. From there, we have pulled back. You can see we had another previous high from back in last September here, right around that same area. So nice little double top. We fell back from there. We tested this 50% fib very nicely. All right, it held on a closing basis twice. We rallied. We broke down a little bit, and now we're holding the 50 and 200 day EMAs with, or sorry, the 100 and 200 day EMAs with the 50 EMA up here in red. That's at 191.72. So we have a very nice range setting up here to play on Pound Kiwi. I am biased to the upside because that is the overall trend. But we do have this these previous lows and this 50-day EMA standing as resistance, while the 100 and 200-day EMA stand as support. If we can break back above that 50-day EMA and back into that short consolidation period, we should start to see the market start to the pairs start to pick up some upside momentum as we find some stops up there, and we could be headed for new highs on Pound Kiwi. So that is something to keep in mind as well. Last but not least, we're going to take a quick look at Euro Kiwi. Okay, Euro Kiwi, I need to redraw these. Well, actually, I can leave this trend line. All right, we do have some sort of breakout here on Euro Kiwi after, again, a very nice rally, and then a sell-off, and then a correction higher. This correction, or this breakout, has been correcting. If we can see, I'd like to see the pair break above, all right, this trend line here to open up some further upside, but it does look like right now we are respecting that 50-day EMA, and we could start to see Euro Kiwi rally as well. Pound Kiwi and Euro Kiwi are not my favorites either, especially this week with the Bank of England and the European Central Bank both set to announce rate decisions. Same with Kiwi dollar, with non-farm payrolls due out on Friday, and then of course the ISM, ADP, GDP, FOMC, and a whole bunch of other acronyms that we have out of the US this week as well. Dollar pairs might be a little bit tricky. So that means I'm going to be really focusing on this Kiwi CAD. The only CAD news we really have this week is monthly GDP, relatively unimportant compared to some of the other stuff that we have. And then, of course, Kiwi Yen. The Yen pairs will obviously be affected by the actions of dollar yen, which will be under a lot of fundamental pressure this week. But I do think that Kiwi Yen is preferable to Kiwi dollar, as it will eliminate a little bit of that fundamentals related volatility this week. All right, so I hope that's helpful. Keep your eye out for those opportunities here on Kiwi, and good luck trading this week. I will talk to you soon.